name's Robert, and today I want to talk to you guys about how you can be successful with women. Trying to be good with women is difficult for you if you're not used to communicating with women, if you're shy, if you don't know what to do or say. So I can understand how that can be a common frustration. So I want to share with you some tips you can take today that can get you started onto your path to becoming successful with women. I would recommend there are two types of openers you can use to get a conversation going with the women and then go for a close, and one's called a direct opener. So a direct opener is when you go up to a girl and say, hey, I noticed you were doing whatever it is she's doing. I just thought you were really sexy. Well, you don't have to use sexy, but I just thought you had a very cute hairstyle, or you looked very cute in that dress. And I wanted to come over and say hi. You introduce yourself and then you ask for her name. After you do that, you can do a simple conversation starter. Like, if you're new to this, honestly, this is the truth. Just ask the girl what she does for a living. And the reason why I want to tell you guys to ask a girl what she does for a living, because that will help you get your social skills going with the girl. So if the girl says, I'm an artist, you can talk to her, okay, so how did you get into art? And then when she talks about that, and then how she got into it, and you can be like, the why, find out the why about it. Why did she get into it? And tell her, we get her talking about what she likes most about it, whatever. But the point is, when you're doing this, you're kind of letting the woman open up to you, and you're building somewhat of a connection. And then once you don't want to be in the conversation too long, but once you're probably in there for like 2 or 3 minutes, go for a number close. Be like, hey, I got to get going. I know you're busy and I'm busy, so let's grab a coffee sometime, and go get her number. After you do that, I will give you some more advanced stuff later on, but this is something to get you guys started. So you guys want to go up, even if you are new to this, before you get into that, like a big interaction, you can just start small by just saying hi or complimenting a woman, but anything to kind of help you break out of your comfort zone. But you want to develop that consistency, and once you have that consistency, that is going to help you be more confident when you're approaching women. You're going to be more at ease, relaxed, and you're going to be able to increase your leads as you're going to have conversations with women. But if you remain inconsistent and you don't work on this, you give yourself excuses all the time, and I'm guilty of doing this too, you're gonna kind of, even though you're building that social muscle with the female, you're just being social with her, it's kind of gonna weaken it a bit. So you gotta keep on point, and this is gonna really help you out as far as this, being more comfortable and confident in number closing. But when you first do it, I just want you guys to focus on just the interaction. Focus on breaking out of your comfort zone and figuring it out how you're going to improve upon what I just told you, and then eventually you will get a lead. So as you kind of go out there and you're talking to more women, or rather online or in person, you are going to start having some dates. And that's going to be difficult for you at first too, because you're not used to going out on lots of dates. So we're going to talk to you about how to improve your dating strategy with women, so you can kind of maybe get a one-night lay or get a second date with her. So that's going to be in the next part. Starting to go out on dates with women. Okay, so it's all about practice. Don't get frustrated if things don't go too well on the date, or if you feel awkward or something like that. But just go with like I said, if you're going out there and you're continue on just being social with other people and women, this is really going to help you guys out when you go out on a date, because you're going to project that aura that you present socially when you're out there talking when you're on your date. And you're gonna learn through your just building upon your communication skills how to interact with a girl on a date that's more sexual, fun, and playful, and where you can still kind of talk about what it is you do and stuff. But normally, so when you start going on dates, you want to push yourself to try new things. If you haven't tried to go for a kiss on a first date, definitely try going for a kiss on a first date. I used to be afraid to go for a kiss on a first date because I was worried that it wouldn't work out. And now I just don't care. So to me, if a girl does kiss on a first date, it shows me a sign that she's interested. But if she doesn't, that's a sign that, I still may need to work on, her and see if she's interested. So maybe we'll go out on another date. It just depends. But try new things when you're out there on dates, that break out of your comfort zone to challenge what you believe. Because when you can challenge yourself to break out of your comfort zone and communicate to a woman sexually and present yourself as that fun and playful guy, you're eventually going to become that. At first, it's going to be really difficult because you don't have that experience. But when you break out of your comfort zone, you do it. Yeah, you're going to fuck up a couple times. I fucked up too, but you know what? It just prepares you for the next thing. I look at having success with women as like it's kind of like a little journey. It's like a trial and error thing. Like you're gonna go, when you're first starting to get good, you're trying to get good. You're not gonna be as good, but the more you go out there and do it, the more experience you're gonna gain. The more you challenge your beliefs about stuff, the more comfortable you are gonna be. You're gonna be more sexually confident with the woman. You're gonna be able, like I said, be fun and playful on a date. But so challenge yourself to try new things when you're out on a date. Maybe if you haven't kissed, and don't be someone that you're not just to impress her. Like I've learned to be more authentic with women when I go out with them now, rather than hold back who I am. Because I found when I was holding back who I was, like it was keeping me from projecting that fun vibe and being who I was. Because I thought you couldn't swear in front of women. I honestly thought there was a certain way you had to behave. And it kept me from being my authentic self. And when you go out with a girl, like act as if you're out with your friends. Act as if, just don't be a robot. Be yourself. And if you haven't really developed if you're not confident in who you are, I'm not gonna lie, at first it's gonna suck, just trying to be yourself. But as I said, if you can be consistent with approaching girls and consistent with just communicating with women and being social and just kind of working on your life, you're gonna be confident. You're gonna project that when you're on your date, and that is gonna increase your chances for having sex and going on a second date. So normally, like I was gonna say too, one final thing before we wrap up. So if you're not the type of guy who's used to inviting a girl back to his apartment on the first date, definitely take some steps to see what you can do. But you gotta build that momentum with the girl. You gotta be able to read her cues. And another thing that's important to becoming successful with women is being able to see, if she's interested in you or not. Is her body language off? Is the way she's behaving around you on the date or when you're trying to talk to her off? Is she acting positively towards you? Is she kind of shy? Is she timid? Those are all things you'll learn during your interactions. I learned too when I was going and approaching a lot of girls. Like at first I wasn't able to read body language. So I can actually go out there now. If I go talk to a girl, I can tell right off the bat if she's, based off her body language, she may be nervous, but I can tell like body language that's positive and negative. So I try to project myself accordingly. And not all the times it works, sometimes they just walk away, it doesn't happen. But that's life. You just move on to the next girl, right? What can you do? And even when you go out there and you open up a girl sometimes, like, some girls are just not going to respond the way that you want to, and you can't get frustrated about it. You just got to realize, well, hey, you put yourself out there, you show them that you're a kick-ass motherfucker, and since they aren't responding to the way you're, who cares? Go find someone else who will like you for you. So that's really going to help you. So you want to be able to like get a feeling, and you'll start to see this the more you. This is why I encourage you guys to get into a lot of interactions, and go out on your dates as much as possible. Because you will see these characteristics. Like I said, you'll be able to tell if she's into you or not. You'll be able to tell if she's uncomfortable. And from there, if you can read into her and see that you two are vibing, like you could increase your chances of not just getting laid on the first date, but also going on a second date. And that's one of the things you need to do to get good with women. And I know I'd say too, man, you also just gotta like not care for, just think of yourself as a shit, like, and put yourself first before a woman, because most guys who are bad with women, they put the woman first, they end up messing up, they get stuck in their head because they feel they gotta, like, be who they are or not just to impress a woman. And when you can be comfortable with who you are and you love yourself and stuff and don't care if she's gonna like you or not, then you can always, you just won't care, and you'll learn to be more authentic. And this is something I've worked on, like, over time. And it's times I do challenge myself, I'm not gonna lie. But but that's, the more you kind of can learn to be your own self and not care, the more it's gonna be easy for you guys to be that confident guy that she finds attractive. The more she's gonna, like, be into you and dig you, because you're not one of these guys who's trying to pretend to be someone he's not just to impress her. And I used to go on a lot of dates with girls, and I would, like, I'd act like a gentleman, and like I just censor who I was. And when I learned to, like, let go of that and learn to be comfortable and communicate my needs to a woman on a date, I found that I was getting more success, and that's going to help you guys get success too. Well, there you go. If you like the video, be sure to like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I look forward to creating another video that's going to help you guys, level up with your game with women, life, mindset, and more. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.